Hi, so this is Tofu, and Tofu is another one of our ball pythons. She is a blue-eyed leucistic, or a blue-eyed Lucy. She's a Mojave, and what that means is basically instead of her being completely white, her head kind of has a purple hue to it. So let me see if I can show you those amazing eyes she has. Let's see. So her eyes are just incredible. She is one of the most beautiful snakes that I have ever seen. And she had kind of an interesting story as far as how she came to us. So basically, Grace was out of town and I wanted to surprise her. So I went online and found, I believe they're in Ohio. I'm gonna put their name up here. And Wilbanks, one or the other. Anyhow, I found them and ended up finding her and went ahead and bought her, and she was shipped overnight, which that was the first time I ever did that. It was a little nerve-wracking, just hoping that she would be okay and everything. So she came and took her out. She was, I think, about 125 grams, so she was, a few months old. She was, a little bit bigger than like the other snakes that we got when they were babies. So anyhow, I opened her box and took her out of the box. She was in this little bag. I'm gonna put a video in here somewhere. And she was in the tightest ball with her head covered. She was so scared. It was so awful. And at first, all the other snakes were real mellow when we got them. She was very striky. I had a lot of difficulty handling her. It took about 2 weeks to really get her tame. But what's funny is she is probably the most friendly as far as she wants to come out more than the rest. And she is just absolutely a docile snake. She's mellow. She'll just kind of hang out with you for hours. It's just really comical because she was the most difficult in the beginning as far as taming, and she's just turned out to be like the sweetest of all of them. So she's a female, and let's see, we've had her, I think, about 1.5 years now, maybe. So she's not full grown by any means, but she's a big girl, and she eats really well. She loves going outside and hanging out in the snake plant. She's still little enough where we actually can't really put her with the boy snakes anymore, but up until about 1 year old, when we took them out, we would take all of them out together and let them hang out like in the puppy pen that we had, or like in the snake plant outside or whatnot. So she is just a love. When I tamed her, I had to basically start by wearing gloves and trying to handle her. She would just strike. She was so afraid. But she lived in, a little bucket before we got her, and she just wasn't used to people. So it's just amazing that she's the same snake that she was when I got her. And we really enjoy her. She is a good girl. Huh. You're a very good ball python. So let's see, I'm gonna see if I can bring her close one more time. So there is just those beautiful white scales. Her underneath, she's just beautiful and shiny. She actually just shed in the last, I think, week or two. Oh, I just love her eyes. And yeah, that's Tofu. She is not head shy, which is just incredible considering how scared she was when we got her. And she is just so mellow.